mind has put me on the edge. Life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Though I can barely crawl, I've got to walk where these angels' feet are tread. Darkness nearly drowned me. Sunlight alone, don't it burn my eyes.
So we're down here in the boiler room of Mount Washington. And again, some of the really cool things about this building that made it succeed and last as long as it did were right here in this room, whether it be the heating systems, the hot water systems, where all the electrical pieces were coming in for this building and the annex beside it. But one of the really cool things is what happened here. There used to obviously be a section that went between here, you know, whether it was a scrapper that took it out after it was broken or not. This was a section of pipe that actually had broken due to ice. This is one of the reasons that we had issues with flooding here at Mount Washington. So unfortunately, when this broke, the whole main floor got a significant amount of water, which of course made it so the electrical system needed to be repaired. And you know, that's how we've sat here currently. So we're gonna keep going this way here, Levi. I just wanna reference one of the worst jobs that people would have had working in Mount Washington. Boilers are, if anything, really good at what they're doing. If you want something hot, they're gonna make it really hot. What they're not good at is cleanliness. About once a year, once every other year, somebody would have to climb in the boiler and scoop out the material. And if we can get the camera down here, you can actually take a look inside. That is not a job for me. I would never in my life imagine a world where I need to be climbing inside of a boiler to scrape out any excess material that is in there. I mean, what a job that must have been. So this is part of the 1917 building. Again, we're underneath of that original foundation, what was their boiler room. This is an old property. We're over 100 years old of history here. And we get that by realizing there's a coal chute in this property still. Obviously, we haven't used coal to heat a building in quite a while, but it is really cool to see this room as it being the coal room to supply the boilers. Some of the breakers and switch shutoffs for the smaller annex buildings still exist in this building. Obviously, scrappers have tried to cut them and take the copper out, but it's just really unique to me to think about life, how it's transitioned here. It was a coal chute to supply the boilers. It became an electrical shutoff and conduit area for the annex. And then later on in life, it became a storage room for really fragile glass for the maintenance crew.
There's much too deep in this mountain so very high. I gotta lay down here and rest, where I can take another step down this lonesome road. Well, my cup is nearly empty. I got such a long way to go.
So here we have the door to what is that fuel oil storage room. And what's really cool is that you can start to get the impression that a lot of the items that were used to manufacture the building and or assemble the building were actually done locally. And here we can see the Tremel Brothers Manufacturing from Minneapolis, Minnesota. They are the makers of these explosion-proof doors. The reason why explosion-proof was the thing was because the boilers are actually right out here. And boilers had a tendency back in the day to actually explode. So all of the doors that are in this space are explosion-proof doors for that very reason. So pretty cool little bit of information there. If you look up from here, you can see the original ceiling to the building. And you'll see how it's half arched. And in between each arch is an I-beam base that's sitting on top of that. And the concrete is concavely rolling off of that. That is the original base to the 1917 sanatorium that was here for Eau Claire County, which is really cool. We didn't realize that existed until we started to process things a little bit deeper, and we began to have a realization where the old building was compared to the new building. And what a cool thing to be able to look back and say, wow, okay, 1917, they had some pretty cool construction techniques.
Well, life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Though I can barely crawl, I've got to walk where these angels' feet are tread. Darkness nearly drowned me. Sunlight alone, don't it burn my eyes?